Today we are going to solve all of your problems. We're going to solve not only your tennis elbow, but your golfer's elbow. So what I'm going to show you is how to prevent tennis and golfer's elbow, and also how to strengthen them so that way if you have it, you can get rid of it. So I want to tell you that either you're a tennis player or a golfer, it knows no difference, the pain in the elbow. You can have golfer's elbow even if you're a tennis player. Actually, my main issue is with a golfer's elbow, which is traditionally here on the inside. Tennis elbow here is here on the outside. But these exercises will stop both of them. I'd like to talk a little bit about the mechanisms of what's happening with a tennis elbow and a golfer's elbow. So the reason that you're going to get pain there is because this pain is typically coming from the tendons. So there's a lot of load that's happening in the tendons, and they're taking a lot of pressure because your muscles are not strong enough to deal with the load that you are requiring from it when you're playing tennis or you're playing golf. So what we're going to do is first start out with just a simple wrist curl. Okay? So make sure there's tension. You don't want any slack throughout the whole range of motion. And you're just going to go up and down. And you can also do some sets where you're going up slowly and down slowly. This is so boring for me. I tend not to do that because I work out all day, and so some of it has to be exciting and not killing me. So I tend not to go up for 3 seconds and down for 3 seconds, but it's actually a great exercise. And if you don't want to do the 3 seconds, you can just kind of go up and down. And then we're going to switch the other way and do another curl in the opposite direction with the palm down. First the palm was up. So you're going to do 10 of those. This is so easy. It takes moments in your day. So I'm not sure if I got to 10, but let's say I did. Now the thumb is going to go up, and we're going to do 10 there. Perhaps that's 10. You're going to take the band, you're going to put it in your palm, turn your palm over. I hope you got that. In the palm, turn the palm over, tension with the other hand, and you're just going to go out like so. You can see that that band is just right kind of here to add some extra tension. You're going to play around with where you're going to want to feel that strengthening happening on the outside of the wrist there. So that's an ulnar deviation. And after that, we're going to have the palm down, tension with the other hand, and then we're going to rotate. And we're going to do 10 of those. Now, I do mine with my wrist extended, and I used to do them seated, or you can still do it seated and have your arms straight. But the reason why I did mine with my wrist extended, I saw a big difference because when you're serving, that arm is extended, and so you're experiencing a different motion and a different stress on the arm when you're serving like this, as opposed to doing it at your side, or like normally people will do like a wrist curl and they'll be seated and their arm will be bent. But I find that when you do it in that motion that's very similar to what you're doing in your sport, in tennis or even a golf, that arm is straight, and you can really mimic that motion and strengthen in that range that you're actually playing in. So this is just an adjustment that I've made for myself. I don't know if anyone else is doing it, but I found a huge difference. Thing that we did, I don't necessarily hold this for 45 seconds, but you can hold this for 45 seconds. I do not hold this one for 45 seconds either. Usually I do the other 3, but all of those motions you can hold for 45 seconds, and that will help with immediate pain relief. So that's the knowledge that I have for you. This will absolutely help you to never have tennis elbow.